come and catch the vibe. Welcome to Easy Weekend.
It's Easy Weekends.
Cats can't see me.
So sit down. Welcome back. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, and all that good stuff. We do need the algorithm to algorithm. Today we have Jonathan of 914 United Inc. in the building.
Salute. What up, bro?
What brings you to the sit down this afternoon? Because I know you're doing great work in the streets. What are we highlighting today?
So we here to talk about the gala, the work that we doing, and why it's important.
Why did you choose sneakers?
It's different, right? So our work is around youth. So we bringing a youth flair to the city, right? And everybody like the red carpet experience with the tuxedo vibe. But we got to throw that edge, that street edge on it. You know what I'm saying? Bring that swag with the sneaker flow.
Got you. So you want niggas in suits and sneakers?
Facts.
Copy.
Tuxedo with your Jordans or your Dunks. You know what I mean?
Got you. So now, and this is funding for what exactly?
So for the work that we do, is around providing mentorship and services to justice impacted youth, gang-involved youth, right? Those coming out of placement, incarceration. Our work, we've been around for 3.5 years doing this work. And as anybody know, any business, any nonprofit needs support, right? So this is our first annual fundraiser, right? We go after grants, we do campaigns, but this is our first fundraiser event, and it's a sneaker gala called Stepping Into Leadership.
Ooh, yeah. I like that. I like that name. That's dope. What made you feel the need to do it?
Great question. So the mission is inspired by my personal story. I served 13 years in prison.
What'd you do?
Manslaughter in the first degree, gang assault in the first degree.
Oof.
You know, I'm from Southwest Yonkers.
Okay.
I was in the field, young boy, right? Left when I was 17, came home when I was 30. Right? So I
learned a lot in there.
A lot. School of hard knocks, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, all of my young adult years in prison. As you can imagine, you learn a lot of things. But one of the features is that I got my degree in prison. I went in with no education, came home with a bachelor's degree.
I'm gonna stop you right there. So you, because when I was a kid, I remember them. Not saying a lot of people, but guys that went to jail were still going to school and getting degrees, and then I heard a lot of time went by, and you didn't hear about that. So
you went the '94 crime bill when it was getting the support that got wiped out.
There you go.
Right? So shout out to Bard College. They started a prison initiative called Bard Prison Initiative. Right? It's a satellite prison program that provides individuals free liberal arts education, but it's like a Bard College degree. Right? So because of at the time there was not access to too much college programs, Bard Prison Initiative came in and opened up the door for brothers like myself to apply and get in the program and come home with a legit bachelor's degree.
What made you want to go not back to school but start learning while in prison, while incarcerated?
I think I've always been a curious learner. I think for me, like I always been smart. I just never applied it never put it in the right direction. So for me, like, mind you, going to prison at 17, I'm a young man, right? So I learned fast. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell me 3 times to learn from the same mistake. So for me, I started waking up and realizing, like, if I want to if I want to level up when I come home, I got to invest in myself.
Yeah.
So the first route is programming, but that could do but so much. So the next thing is education. You know what I mean? We think about how we build ourselves for the marketplace. You got to get your degrees or your education. So I took full advantage of everything. Plus education, school was my way out the way. You know what I'm saying? But while behind the wall, right? Like, you make some choices on which direction you want to go. If you trying to do the right thing, school is the route. You know what I'm saying? And think about that. I got a free education. The degree cost $258,000.
Yeah.
I got that for free.
So
that was money on the table I couldn't say no to.
Amazing.
Yeah.
With this newfound education, and now you've come home. How soon before you came home were you like, I got to put this non-for-profit together? I want to get in the streets. I want to touch the ground. How long before?
Yeah. So it's about, like, I think a year, right? So shout out to my bro John Cabrera in the room. He's the co-founder as well. So it took about a year for us to actually, because it wasn't what I wanted to do when I came home, right? So I tell most people, like, when I first came home, my interest was fashion. So and that was based on what I studied for my undergrad, right? I studied fashion trends and urban poverty. So I come home with this interest. I apply to Parsons, a new school. I get awarded nearly a full scholarship. This is Parsons on Fifth Ave, right? I'm home 2 months. I got that scholarship. So I hit the ground running. I'm working a couple jobs, odd jobs here and there, nothing crazy. And on my first semester is when everything kind of imploded. I came home too focused. I was goal-oriented. I'm chasing my dreams. I ain't really sit down and take just smell the fresh air, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really address the trauma that we come home with, you know what I'm saying? So I hit a roadblock, December 2019 is when I had that roadblock. And what it really was that I was trying to play catch up so much that I didn't realize I had to slow down. So I tell the story, like, coming off of 14th Street, I'm on the platform, coming off the train on 14th Street, I'm heading to class, and it was just like this weight on my shoulders. And it was like this feeling I was pulling an anchor, and I was forcing myself to finish school, but I wasn't in a position. I was still living with my relative. I'm still on parole. I ain't had no money, so I had to make a decision. I withdrew from program, from the school, and I just had to figure out what my next step was, right? But a lot of that, like in that moment, what happened, what inspired the work was that I was able to reach out to my brothers like John, a lot of my bros, my cousins, and like let them know, like, yo, I'm going through some things, and all of them came to my support, and that helped me carry on. And from there, I had the urge to figure out, like, yo, look, a lot of brothers come home from prison don't have that kind of support.
Facts.
So him and I, we organized our first male support group called the You're Not Alone Brotherhood. And that was the first organizing, right? We didn't think about nonprofit yet. We just organizing, giving back to our community. And that right there was just like a snowball effect, right? We lined ourselves up with MBK, My Brother's Keeper, the Obama Foundation, and we became mentors. Now we in the schools telling our story, right? We teaching the youngins. And that right there, I found my passion, and now I had to organize. Then the then the pandemic hits, right?
Okay.
So it pauses everything, right? But we still giving back. We start doing some organized relief effort work, right? And then what really happened was one day after one of our missions, somebody asked, like, yo, who were y'all? Like, who are y'all? And we didn't have a name. We wasn't organized. It wasn't a business yet. When we get back in the car, I'm like, yo, bro, we doing all this give back, but we not organized. We got to get our shit together. Excuse my language. So we just basically had to figure it out, and then we became a nonprofit, 501c3, public charity. We had to get the name together. 914 United became the name because of the region that we serve, which is the Lower Hudson Valley. If you know Westchester, that's 914. So, it just kind of started just in real time. We had no blueprint to this. And to be honest, I'm a natural-born entrepreneur. So, like, I don't like working for nobody, right? So I had to figure out how to get my own.
You're doing this. You're in it. What was some of the pitfalls and some of the roadblocks people put in front of you for you to get to where you got to?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of challenges. You're talking about, like, running a nonprofit itself, right? I mean, the not pitfall, one of the challenges for me was, like, personally, right? Like, there's a lot of distractions and disruptions in the real world. Me, I'm still, like, I've been home 5 years, right? So imagine starting this business 3.5 years ago. I'm still fresh out. I'm still trying to battle those forces, right, so I can stay on the right lane. So as a leader on the front line, now you're held accountable for a lot of the work. So those inner conflicts you're dealing with, as a leader, from your old lifestyle to your new lifestyle, right, you got to drag that with you every day. You know what I'm saying? And then you also being, you kind of like in the shadows of your old history, right? Some people, like, elected in a public office might still see me as a person who caught the body when I was 17. So now I'm battling against that narrative. So sometimes it's really just having to change the narrative from people who are, like, really closed-minded, you know what I'm saying, so that they can understand that we're really serious about this work.
And you're very serious about changing the narrative because you've been out here doing the work for, what you say, almost 5 years now.
I've been home 5 years. We've been running the business for 3.5 years.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now, what is the goal for the event you're doing?
So the primary goal is that we don't have a location, right? So we have our operations where we provide services in other communities, or like community centers. We in the facilities. So to talk about the work and how we do it, we in the detention centers, we in the county jails, we in the school district. But we don't have a location, a central location to plant our flag, right? So we doing effective work. We got, we extended reach, but we ain't got a place to call home. So this fundraiser, the primary goal is to, secure a location, and not just any location. We ain't trying to just park any brick and mortar, right? So we're trying to raise a lot of capital, trying to, get the support so we can have it ongoing.
Got you. Now, I'm going to say this to Steph Cakes and Primo. Those are the only two niggas I know from out there in Yonkers.
Oh, he's DJing at the event, too, by
Primo,
the way.
right?
Yeah,
See, I know I'm talking about. Figure it out. Help your mans out, Yonkers. Don't be from Yonkers, not help out Yonkers. Shout out to my guy, Primo. Now, anything else you want to talk about before we go?
I mean, just follow our work, right? Like, kind of, if right now you watching media and you see these young boys going to jail, they outside drilling, right? Our work is to try to offset that, right? We mentors on the front line trying to push back and change our community. If you can follow us, see how serious we are, support us. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest things, like you asked earlier about, like, the challenges is getting that support from people where you come from, right?
Yeah.
Yo, spread the word, connect us to resources and support, man. We here. We on the front line. We serious.
Got you.
Word.
Well, you got my support. Steph Cakes, I'm calling on you. Primo's already DJing. Steph Cakes, where you at? Let them know where to get that merch. I see that hoodie. What's up, man? Where we get that merch at?
Listen, so we got the merch available. You can follow us on 914 United Go to our website, 914united.org. Facebook 914 United. You can look us up. A lot of links there to all of the work that we do and everything. You can follow us and you'll be able to see that merch available.
On behalf of the culture, thank you. The work you're doing is thankless, and not a lot of people want to come up and thank you and tell you you're doing a great job. But on behalf of the people that want to say it can't, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Shout out DJ OP, too, for making the connection, man.
Heard you. Let them know how to follow you and be a part of the wave one time.
You already know. So 914united.org, that's our website. You can follow us on social media, 914 United, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Check us out. See the movement, support the cause, and salute.
There it goes. Jonathan, thank you for coming through.
You already know.
Make sure you
Thanks for
support my
having me.
guys. Yonkers, I got you. Just sit down. Come and catch the vibe. Welcome to Easy Weekend.
It's Easy Weekends.
Cats can't see me.